Welcome back. Police are aggressively searching for two suspects responsible for causing damages by gunshots to a black Honda Pilot SUV overnight. Preliminary reports indicate that sometime around 11:45 p.m., officers were alerted to gunshots being discharged in the Garden Hills area. On arrival to Alocasia Road, they discovered the SUV with extensive gunshot damages. Through inquiries, the officers learned that two males were sitting inside the SUV when they were approached by two other males who exited a black Japanese vehicle. Both suspects then produced firearms and discharged gunshots at the men inside the vehicle. However, they were not injured. Police are actively investigating and are once again appealing to members of the public who have any information that may assist in locating the perpetrators to contact the police at 919. The 34th West Indies Agricultural Economic Conference. It kicked off at Super Club Breezes on Monday, courtesy of the Bahamas Agriculture and Marine Science Institute, that's BAMSI, in collaboration with the Caribbean Agro-Economic Society, CAAES, whose president, Dr. Carlisle Pemberton, gave these welcoming remarks.
Over many years, the Caribbean Agro Society has brought together some of the brightest and some of the best minds in this region. Therefore, the organization has facilitated the development of strong and enduring translational partnerships with universities, regional and governmental institutions, and the private sector. This is vital as we continue to confront the urgent need to address the challenge of food security and climate change in our region. In this meeting of the minds, we are called to develop strategies to address economic problems of agricultural production throughout our region. We also adhere to examine agricultural institutions and policies, disseminate agricultural information throughout the region, and to publish information throughout the region.
Before introducing Prime Minister Philip Davis, Minister of Agriculture, Marine Resources and Family Island Affairs, Clay Sweeting, shared the following remarks with the agricultural experts.
Recognizing the vital role that agriculture plays in our nation's economic growth and the well-being of our people, the government has implemented strategic policies and initiatives to support the agricultural sector, with its focus on sustainable practices, technological advancements, and capacity building. The government is dedicated to fostering an environment that encourages entrepreneurship, investment, and the adoption of innovative approaches. This commitment underscores our vision for a resilient, self-sufficient, and prosperous Bahamas. As we embark on this journey together, let us keep in mind the importance of agricultural economics, food security, and sustainability in shaping the future of
Prime Minister Davis thanked the guests who traveled from different regions to discuss pressing matters of food security in the Caribbean. He described agriculture as a significant aspect of our cultures, traditions, and heritage. The week-long conference will allow participants and stakeholders in the agricultural sector to participate in dynamic discussions about opportunities for food systems in ecotourism and agrotourism. Some 70 delegates are engaged. Spouse of the Prime Minister, Anne-Marie Davis, encourages evangelist Rex Major to further educate himself concerning the matter of marital rape. The wife of the Prime Minister, Philip Davis, was responding to a question from media concerning Pastor Rex Major's comments that women lie, in reference to the ongoing national discussion concerning the criminalization of marital rape.
I like Rex Major, but I didn't agree with him, no. Because people would tend to think, have different views on marital rape if they don't speak to people, read the stories, and talk about it and get educated on it and what it's all about. So I invite the good pastor to talk to people that this has happened to and read upon it and get a little knowledge about it, because people can't stay in a place where because they haven't seen it or experienced it or lived it, it doesn't happen, but it does happen.
Pastor Major's comments back in May received mixed reaction from his audience during his address at the National Ecumenical Service celebrating the Bahamas' 50th anniversary of independence. And finally, despite the constant rain, the 54th edition of the Long Island Regatta was a tremendous success with lots of big money up for grabs for the sailors and a great environment at the beautiful regatta site. You can see a lot of folks here at the regatta site, and the hospitality provided by the residents of the Long Islanders Association was also very good. Hundreds flew down south for the regatta event. After 4 days of sailing, the A-class champion is the New Rupert's Legend that successfully defended their title from 2022. Member of the crew, Emil Knowles, talked about what it takes to be back-to-back A-class champions.
To keep the boat in tip-top shape and competitive. We just came out the blocks. We had some adjustments to make. We got them sorted out, and we're there. It's a lot of teamwork, a lot of effort. These boats, well, being laid up in the pandemic, we got a lot of wood repairs to do. But you got to be sail. The more races you can sail, the better for you. Keep your boat in tip-top shape. Yeah, man. You got to celebrate. You know, Legend have a lot of fans.
The Legend, which was skippered by David Knowles out of Mangrove Bush, Long Island, is sponsored by H.G. Christie, and it's also the back-to-back National Family Island champion coming out of Exuma. The Legend will represent Long Island in sailing at the Bahamas Games. Meanwhile, Rough Justice out of Long Island was second overall in the A-class, followed by Ed Sky out of New Providence third. In the B-class, the defending champion New Susan Chase from Long Island took the title there, followed by Lady Sonia out of Exuma second. Lonesome Dove out of Abaco was third in the B-class. In the C-class, it was Sassy Sue out of Long Island that won the title, followed by Bull Reg out of Exuma second and Captain Lauren out of Long Island third. And the new E-class champion is Miss Agnes, skippered by young Alvington McKenzie out of Exuma. And that'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jarino Saunders. Thanks so much for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.